This is question 15 on the higher calculator paper. The question says ABCD is a trapezium. So I could tell that by looking at it, it's a trapezium. We've also put this bit up here which says it's not drawn to scale. AD is 10 centimeters, AB is 9 centimeters, DC is 3 centimeters, and angle ABC is equal to angle BCD is equal to 90 degrees. So these two angles down here are 90 degrees. Okay, calculate the length of AC. So calculate the length of AC. AC is from there to there. I'm going to draw that in a second and give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So they want us to work out the length of AC, and because they're not connected on the diagram, I'm going to join them just so I could see it better. Okay, so there's AC, and they want me to work out that length. Now, I've got a right angle triangle there, ABC. I know that AB is 9 centimeters. I don't know what this is, BC, and I want to work out what AC is. But if I think about this triangle at the top here, so if I draw a horizontal line straight across, I don't want this to get too messy, but I'll use a pencil again and draw this. So this particular triangle here, so just use my highlighter to indicate what it is. So that triangle from there all the way across and all the way across there. Now that length from here across, that's the same as BC. I could use Pythagoras to work out the base of this triangle. This is going to be 90 degrees here as well, and if I call this X, right, I want to work out XD. So let's start working this out. I realize now that I'm using Pythagoras, so I'm going to write this down at the side. SSAS and SSSS. And SSAS, if I want to find the hypotenuse, that's what I'm going to do. Square, square, add, and square root. And if it's not the hypotenuse, I'm going to square, square, subtract, and square root. So I'm going to find XD. So XD. I've just made up X and added it in there, but I'm going to work out that distance there. Now to do that, I know this is 10. That's the hypotenuse. So that's 10. And wait a second, because that's 3, and that distance there altogether is 9. So A to X is 9 take away 3, which is 6. So A to X is 9 take away 3, which is 6 centimeters. I'll write that in there. Okay, so to work out this bottom bit, I'm going to square those two numbers, and because I know the hypotenuse, I'm going to have to subtract. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do 10 squared take away 6 squared. So square, square, subtract. That's 100 take away 36, which is 64. And then I'm going to square root 64. If I move this up a bit, square root 64, that gives me 8 centimeters. So what that tells me is that XD is 8 centimeters, and so is BC. BC is 8 centimeters. Okay, so now looking at triangle ABC, and if I actually draw that separately, right, so for triangle ABC, okay, and triangle ABC, if I make sure I show the whole of that triangle, AB, this whole distance here, is 9 centimeters. That's a right angle, and we've just worked out that the base is 8, and we want to work out AC. If I draw an arrow going out there, that means I want to work out the hypotenuse. And as I indicated before, if you want to find the hypotenuse, you square, square, add and square root. So I'm going to do 9 squared, 8 squared. I'm going to add these two. 9 squared is 81, 8 squared is 64. Add them together. (81) add 64 equals 145, and I'm going to find the square root of 145, which is going to be 12.0415. 12.0415. But the question says, give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So remember, for significant figures, you count from the front. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to chop it off there. And if you look at the next number along, it's a 4. Because that's a 4, that means I'm not going to make any changes to it. To 3 significant figures, my answer is going to be 12.0 centimeters. And that's what I write in the answer space down at the bottom. There were 5 marks for this question altogether. It's quite a complex question. There's a lot of parts. You need to be familiar with this, especially to bring something like this up again. And this is a really nice question to make sure that you understand fully, that you're able to do, and you can get full marks in it.